Hey, welcome back to another episode of Heroes and Videos, where we talk about comic books, we talk about movies, we talk about movies about comics, but mostly about comics. Let's get right into it. Apologies to John Oliver. We're doing another last week's comics this week, where I'm going to go over some of my favorite comics from the last week or so. Stick around to the end of the video. I'm super excited about an upcoming DC event. I'm much more of a Marvel zombie. We'll touch on that too as we go forward. But DC's really crushing it with a few titles that I'm really enjoying. So would love to have you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit notifications so you get all that great content. I am a huge Rams fan, as you might be able to tell from some of the paraphernalia behind me and the t-shirt. It is Niners week, so I'm not sure if we will have already played the Niners on Thursday Night Football when you see this video, but I'm super psyched for that. And if you want to stick around to the end of the video to see if you like it or not, I'm all right with that. See it, check it out for you. See if you want to hit that like button. You know what? Don't hit the like button. I double dare you not to. But with no further ado, let's get back into it. I've taken a break from some Mighty Thor Thursdays here lately, but we've got the Mortal Thor #2 here. This is a pretty interesting book. It's completely different than most Thor comics that you're used to. It was a great run called The Immortal Thor. Same writer that did the Immortal Hulk, I believe, Al Ewing. So that's kind of his thing, I guess, is the immortal fill-in-the-blank character. He did a great run, 25 issues on Thor, the Immortal Thor. This is the Mortal Thor, and it's just like it sounds. You see, that looks like a pretty bloody hammer, pretty normal, ordinary hammer with a pretty normal, ordinary hand holding it. So this is, I have no idea what's going on in this book. You don't really need to if you want to pick it up with the first issue. This is the second issue. Yeah, I'm curious to see where it goes. I think I know a little of what's going on, but I'm really not that sure. So it's different from most Thor books. Next up is Battle World #1. Now, I was hesitant to pick up this book, honestly, because Marvel did some Battle Worlds a while back, like, hey, this is a side story that happened during Secret Wars, that kind of thing. This is not that. I'm enjoying this book so far, one issue in, and I don't think this is a spoiler. If you're worried about being spoiled for the premise of the book, skip ahead 30 seconds to a minute. But the premise of this book is it's kind of like Avengers Forever. If you remember the Kurt Busiek, I think it was Kurt Busiek. I'm drawing a blank. Oh shoot, I'm drawing a blank on the artist too. 12-issue limited series. I think it was Kurt Busiek. Kind of cleaned up a lot of Avengers history. A lot of the stuff from The Gathering, not The Gathering, The Crossing. And it was Avengers from different time periods, right? Past and future and present. This is a very similar thing. You might look at that Spider-Man shot there and say, hey, that looks like a lot like Amazing Spider-Man from the first issue or two of the book. And that's Pete from way back. You'll see Maestro on the cover, Bucky Barnes down here in the corner, Luke Cage, and in that outfit. And yeah, there are a couple of sweet Christmases dropped in this book. This is more heroes pulled from not just different times, but perhaps even different dimensions. And they're brought to this world, Battle World, by a character that I won't name because you're going to have to read the book. But it's not Secret Wars. So even though it sounds similar, I guess Marvel's trying to play on the upcoming Secret Wars hype with the MCU, but it's really neat. If you like those books like Avengers Forever that pull characters from different times, DC just did this recently with a number of titles where they're putting people from different universes, different times together, and I'm enjoying it because you get to see Spider-Man a couple of weeks into his career, and Bucky Barnes from World War II era, and Luke Cage and King Thor and Maestro, and Ms. Marvel from her Warbird, Captain Marvel, my bad. Captain Marvel from her Warbird days there with that amazing Dave Cockrum costume. So it's, and there we've got Storm from Days of Future Past, I think. So, and you get to see these heroes interact and work together, and it's just, it works. I'm really liking it. Was not expecting to like it, and I'm glad I picked it up. So that's Battle World 1. Now we're going to get a little dark, boys and girls. This is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring. This is issue number 3. It's a variant cover. I've got a number of variant covers in here. This book is not for kids. It's you'll notice one of the clues there is the red oozing out of that bag and what looks like red paint there in the background. This is a dark book. This is more like, you know, serial killer unsolved mystery kind of a book. It's pretty unsettling. Really enjoyed the first issue or two. This one as well. Things are getting exciting up. I'm thinking this is going to be a limited series. It kind of reads that way, like we're going to be heading towards a resolution at some point. But even though there looks like funny animals, cartoon kind of book, not for kids, and pretty dark, but really good book nonetheless. Speaking of dark, looks like we got a blood red theme going here. Death of the Silver Surfer number 4 in a 5-issue series. Really like this cover. You can see the Surfer's got basically his whole history behind you. There's Mephisto, Galactus, the Defenders over there on the far right, I guess your left, Thanos, Shalabal. You even see, I can't picture her here. Oh, over here on his board is, what's her name? Was it Ruby? The girl from the Doctor Who sort of issues. Mike Allred drew a lot of them, and Dan Slott, I think, did the writing on that. So yeah, you've got the Surfers, basically all the hits there in the background, which concerns me in terms of our boy Norrin Radd and the title of that book. So Death of the Silver Surfer, really enjoying it. Good book. Now we're getting into some of that DC I was talking about. So World's Finest by Mark Waid, Justice League Unlimited, has really been knocking it out of the park, and they continue to do so. This one does not have Dan Mora on the art. It is someone whose name I cannot pronounce. Giandomenico? Benico? Apologies. But that Mora's not on the art, but it's still really good nonetheless. It is, and again, Mark Waid, Justice League Unlimited. You see at the top there, Prelude to DCKO. The DCKO book comes out, I think, next week. It's going to be another one of those bagged books, you know, surprise covers kind of thing, I think, like with Batman 1. But this is World's Finest, Superman as well, have been really must-reads for me here lately, particularly those first 2 books. This is all leading up to that DCKO event, which just looks fantastic. All Hades breaks loose down at the bottom there. This book is a good read. It's what's going on the Watchtower satellite, where prior to this event, and kind of goes hand in hand with it. Superman number 30 got another of these variant covers. I'm really loving these. They're just kind of neat. They've got, you know, Superman flying across the sky, coming out of a phone booth, all this kind of stuff. We're using the blacks and white and the reds offsetting it there. Just showing Superman doing all kinds of heroic deeds. Got to watch Superman again, the film, this past week, or this weekend, and it held up. I really enjoyed it on a second viewing. I'm going to redo my review that was up on the channel way back, because I don't think but maybe 4 of y'all have seen it. So I think I had some audio issues. At any rate, that's the variant cover. Just want to show you the actual cover of the book. Mainly because you see some folks in our story there. It's Superman and Booster Gold, who's not looking great. Love Booster Gold. I'm a huge fan, and I like the fact that when DC started this all-in thing, where the Absolute universe started, they made Booster Gold a big part of that initially, and it's been kind of a mystery where he's been. Well, spoilers, we get to find out some of where he's been there. And it's really good story. Looking forward to that KO book that comes out. But if you want to catch up to it and find out what's been going on ahead of that, Justice League Unlimited, World's Finest just had a crossover, which kind of leads into this, as well as those last few issues of Superman, which bring you up to speed on where Superman's been during this. Now, almost at the end here, so thanks for hanging in there with me. One of the most beautiful covers I have seen in a long time, and honestly, it's the reason I bought this book. I've got a lot of detective comics in the past. I haven't been reading it for a while. Full disclosure, this is number 1101. So we've gone to. I mean, when you got 4 digits in your numbering, you might as well go legacy, right? It's just such a beautiful cover. I'm not sure if you really even can see here how that green pops with that red. Batman on the, I don't know why we haven't done this before, Batman on the bow of a ship in turbulent waters. I mean, it's just so really striking with that yellow, the green, the blue, the red. And then if you look closer, look under the water there, on that red blood surface, you can see the bodies under there, which honestly I didn't even notice. That what really struck me was Batman's pose and that green and red and yellow. I hadn't really paid much attention to the fact that what's going on beneath the surface. Cover of this book, kudos to whomever did it. It's what sold the book for me. And inside, the story's very good. It's a bit of a mystery. We don't know what's going on. The courage that kills. This is the start of a storyline that I'm invested in. I'm into it. I'm gonna read. This was good enough. I'm on board for the next few issues to see how it turns out. So Detective Comics 1101, and then the old standard, my favorite superhero, Ultimate Spider-Man 21. This is also a variant cover. Honestly, the regular cover for the book this month didn't really tell you much about what was going in, or on in the book. But Ultimate Spider-Man month in and month out is just bringing it. Every issue is pretty self-contained in terms of the story. Yes, things lead from one issue to the other, but it's almost like you're watching a TV show where each episode has a beginning, a middle, and an end, which is really cool because it and also it makes you want to go back and reread it, because as things get revealed, stuff you thought you knew. There's more to what's going on here than what you thought you knew, if that's the right way to put it. Makes you feel for the villains, makes you obviously feel for the heroes, and I guess the funniest thing about this book, and maybe I'll do a review of the whole series at some point, but early on in this series, it just kind of makes me grin because it's kind of my tagline for this book. And in case you weren't aware, Ultimate Universe, in terms of how that restarted, and the maker recreated a world by messing with the timeline, and so that our heroes weren't heroes. So this is a Peter Parker that's grown and married with kids, and yet didn't become Spider-Man he became Spider-Man, I guess, 10 years later than he meant to, or than he should have. And the whole world's a little messed up. There's a lot of intricacies to it that I won't go into here. But the tagline that sticks with me for this book from issue 1, and I'll have to pull up the panel at some point, is Hot Mom Mary Jane is the character I didn't know I needed to see. So it's cool because there's a panel like when she's introduced, it's pretty much on par. It might even be better than Hey Tiger, you hit the jackpot. It's just really hilarious. It's just like, I mean, it's not. I'm probably overselling it, but for me, I literally remember turning that page and going, wow, Hot Mom Mary Jane is the comic book character I didn't know I needed. I'm glad that we have. So, but yeah, great book, month to month, in and out. It is just month in, month out. It's really good. It's different. It's a fresh take on Spider-Man and the whole mythos and the supervillains and whatnot around him, and as well as his relationship with his kids and his wife, and it's almost like episodic TV. Each issue is pretty much self-contained, but they do build on each other. Kind of like the Rams wins. They say we want to stack wins. It's like stacking good comics. Go one right after the other. Sorry, didn't mean to bring that full circle back to the Rams. That's it for this week, or last week's comics this week, if you will. By all means, like the video. I'm going to have some more video content up. It dawned on me I'm doing more heroes than videos. The channel is heroes and videos, so I need to get some movie reviews up, and we'll talk about some Marvel Zombies. The TV show is out. All 4 episodes have dropped. I've only seen the first one, enjoyed it very much. Maybe I'll do a bit of a review on that coming up. Thunderbolts is out on DVD. Oh yeah, I just had a great birthday. Got Thunderbolts, Superman, and Life of Chuck, which MCU connection there is that it's got Tom Hiddleston in it. So all great movies, all movies I'm really looking forward to seeing again. In the meantime, keep reading comics, keep going to see movies in theaters, and be kind to each other.